now you lie. You can cut that shit.
So now I'm live.
Yep, now you're live and you can see the minutes.
All right. Good night. Hello, everybody. Some tactical issues we wanted to figure out. Let me just display my intro video for you, because Clarity is not gonna be with me today. He's kind of very tired. Okay. Wow. This is amazing. Um. Yes. Welcome, everybody. My name is Malcolm Weary, and I am your host. And yes, today we don't have Claret because he's kind of tired again. He's going to bed, and it's late in Canada. It's coming to 2 a.m. Yeah, but yeah. Anyways, um, welcome back to the game today. I am Malcolm. He was Claret, but he's not here. And welcome to another edition of the game today of the NBA playoffs, because it's the talk of the town. And yeah, so I'm not going to look in the camera, but I'm going to look at my screen, see myself. And yeah, also I apologize for my screen graphics. It's my old laptop. Yeah, but thank you for joining us. If you're watching it right now, thank you for supporting us. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to follow, to comment, and to continue supporting us. And we love you. Thank you again for loving basketball and our podcast. Yeah, I am not going to take an hour, obviously. First of all, because I don't have that much time, and also because I'm alone, so there's not very many things to discuss. So be around 30 minutes or less even. But we'll discuss the 3 games that happened yesterday, and I'll be back again today because today is already Friday. I'll be back today after the Lakers game. I'm not sure if Clark will join me, but I've now learned how to do a live alone, because he has also done some lives alone, because he was like the technical producer of the podcast, and I was like into like, what's the word? Like the initiator, or the not host, but like, because we're co-hosts, but when I forgot the word. So like how like there's these shows on like ESPN, and like the person talks and then allows other people to talk. Intimidator. Man, whatever. It's somewhat I forgot. But he was a technical director. But anyways, I'll get into it. So I'll start with the games in chronological order. I'll start with the Knicks Piston games. So the Knicks ended up winning the Pistons by 118-116. The Knicks are now leading the series 2-1. They stole tonight's game against Pistons in Detroit, so in the Little Caesars Arena, so in Detroit. So they won game 1, they lost game 2, so the Pistons beat them game 2, but then they went to Detroit, and they're stolen a game from Detroit, which means they have the home court advantage again, even if the Pistons try to steal the home court advantage. So the Knicks essentially now go up 2-1. That's all you need to know for now. And yeah, well, Jalen Brunson played well, as he always does. Clutch Player of the Year. 2 nights ago, he won Clutch Player of the Year. That's his thing, the best clutch player in the league. Is better than Jalen Brown, better than Donovan Mitchell, better than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I think those are like the other clutch players in the conversation, but Jalen Brunson is outstanding in terms of clutch points. And usually, whenever other guys when they're in clutch points, it's really the points they score under 5 minutes, game within 5. But they consider the amount of wins, and this team always has more wins in clutch time because of him. So yeah, he came up big today. He didn't have 40 points, 30 points, but yeah, he dropped a heavy load of points. In clutch time, Carl Anthony Towns was massive today. I thought they tried to switch the matchup. They put the big man on him, Jalen Duren, but he dominated that matchup. He was amazing today. When they lost game 2, his jumper wasn't falling, but Kat can shoot threes. If his jumper is falling and he can shoot threes, he can play with his back behind the basket, his back facing the basket. He can play with his like a Joel Embiid. Sorry, like facing the basket, and then he can also play with his back behind the basket like a Jokic. So he can also make mid ranges. He can fade away. can make threes. He's the best big man shooting three. He's the best shooting big He's the best big man who shoots threes, the best shooting big man in the league. He won the 3 point contest a couple of years ago. But yeah, he can do anything. He was amazing today. I thought the bench was good, the role players were good, and Josh had very vital pace, the grit, the fighting, the rebounds coming up in clutch. But this game was kind of close. It came down to the clutch time, the fourth quarter. It was kind of um score, like trading buckets until the fourth quarter when the Knicks locked up their defense and Pistons made a couple of blown coverages and let the Knicks get into their territory. The game was, but I thought the Knicks handled it well compared to game two. They handled it well, unlike game one where they were down eight in like when there were 8 minutes left, but they had to make a 21 in all run to be up 13 and essentially win them the game. But they had made some adjustments today, and they're definitely the better team in terms of players. The only player in Pistons who is better than the player in the Knicks, like head to head, is Cade Cunningham, who even comes second to Jalen Brunson. So if you're making a team out of five, Jalen Brunson is the first, then Cade Cunningham is the second. Then other four players are from Knicks. So head to head, there is no doubt that Knicks are definitely better than the Pistons. They're the better seed, number 3 seed, rightly so. They had 50 wins during the year, 50 wins, 32 losses. So the Knicks are really good. Again, they've stolen a game. Now they really don't need to win game three, but obviously no one plays to lose, so they'll try to steal like another game. Go back to go back to Madison Square Garden, the best arena in the world, the most famous arena with the most best atmosphere. Try to close it out in 5 games, like win game 5 and win the series 4-1. Yeah, but that's if they win game 4. Again, but I think they're good even if they lose game 2. Like they're good. So I can pull out the book scores here, see the statistical data. But I don't think it's necessary for how this game was. It was end to end, bucket to bucket, a couple of defensive plays. But it was not that interesting, to be fair. And also because I was distracted by the NFL playoffs because I'm an NFL fan, which has been kind of the story of the night. But it was a great game. Give Knicks credits. There was 2 minutes left. They made a couple of good plays. The Pistons tried to make threes. The jumper couldn't fall for them. But with all these timeouts and the refs, they let you play. They let you play through contact. So they don't call any more flops. If you do what you want, they'll just leave you. You play through contact. But yeah, the Knicks played well, and essentially they got the win. But yeah, congratulations to the Knicks. The Knicks go up 2-1. And yes, okay, then I'll move on to I'll actually start with the Nuggets Clippers game. So the Nuggets Clippers game was well dominated by the Clippers. The Clippers ended up winning this game by I think 24 points. Yeah, it was not even close. This game was not close. This game was a very, very, very lopsided game. The Clippers, Tyloo is the best coach in the world in terms of NBA. So guys figured it out. And everyone knew that Nuggets had the 4th seed and the Clippers had the 5th seed. But after that, the win against Warriors in the regular season, final regular season day, we all knew that Clippers are actually the favorites. Okay, not favorites, but we knew that Clippers are like a better suited to beat than Timberwolves. Because I think now any team can beat the Nuggets. I mean, the Lakers match up against them right now. The Timberwolves match up well against the Denver Nuggets. The Clippers match up well against the Denver Nuggets. The OKC match up well against the Denver Nuggets. Warriors match up well against the Denver Nuggets. So it's kind of like a tough situation for them. They fired their head coach. They really don't have a bench anymore. Aaron Gordon is in and out. Is streaky. Michael Porter Jr. kind of like he's like their third option go-to guy, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes he's benched when it matters most. Russell Westbrook is unreliable. Now, Russell Westbrook will give you plays where he's absolutely amazing. You'll be like, how in the world did Russell Westbrook make that play? His ability, his athleticism, the best athletic guard in NBA history. His athleticism is crazy. But also, he'll give you plays where you're like, oh my god, only Russell Westbrook could have blown up that play. Blow up wide open layups, wide open threes. Those ones will blow them up. So yeah, you gotta come with a package. It's like Lakers. You gotta accept the full package. You can't choose. You can't pick. Yeah, you can't choose. You can't choose what you want. Otherwise, if that's how the world was, then it wouldn't make sense. So that's how Luka is. You can't have Luka without complaining at the refs and all that, because he's gonna give you 40 points a night, 35 points a night. So you want the points, he's not gonna be your best defensive player on the floor, but he's gonna be your best offensive player. So you have to get both of them at once. You can't get a very good offensive player and a very good defensive player unless you're getting like a LeBron, a Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, guys like this who are one of the best two-sided players in the league of all time. Shaq, Kareem, unless it's someone like that, then you. But someone like a Luka, you're gonna get the good and the bad. So that's how it comes. So takes me back to it takes me back to Russell Westbrook. He's gonna make plays and you're like, only Russ could have made that play, but also he's gonna make plays and you're like, yeah, only Russ could have screwed it up. And another player where you're like, only Russ could have made that amazing play. And I got this from Shannon Sharp just to quote him when I was watching Nightcap. But anyways, yeah, the he got injured actually, Russell Westbrook, so he left the game earlier. Jokic needs help. Jamal Murray, he seems to turn up in the playoffs, especially against the Lakers. But I think the Clippers are just a better team. They're just a better team. They have the better coach. They have the Nuggets only have two players in the two. If you bring the 10 players from the series, the 10 players from the five starting five of Nuggets, the five starting five of the Clippers. Only two of the players in the Nuggets make those combined 10. Only Jokic and Murray. The other 8 are probably from Zubac, in Zubac, in yeah, the other 8 are probably in Zubac, in Norman Powell, in James Harden, in Kawhi. They are really dominating, but it's a one-sided thing. The coach, like I said, they fired the head coach who won the Mike Malone. Now they only have David Alderman. But yeah, it's a foregone conclusion that the Clippers are going to win this series. It's just a matter of when or in how many games are they going to win. But now Nuggets are a good team. They probably win another game in the next. Well, we're done with 3 games, so we only have 4 games left. In the next 4 games, they'll probably win a game. But the Clippers just need to win 2 of those next 4 games, and they are in the second round against probably the OKC, because OKC, who is my next point right now, OKC beat the Grizzlies to go up 3-0. By the way, the Nuggets now are down 1-2 or 2-1 for the Clippers, and they were at home, so they play another home game. Today is Thursday, so they play again on Saturday, game 4. No, game 4 in LA. So the Clippers will aim to go up 3-1, go back to Denver when they're up 3-1. Maybe close it out there, or give them that game to go 3-2-1, but come out and close it in LA in 6 games. But yeah, the Clippers are up 2-1 now against the Nuggets. Norman Powell. Last game, Kawhi carried the team. Norman Powell didn't play well today. James Harden and Norman Powell played well, especially Norman Powell. He played amazingly. So it's kind of like they don't really need, like, they have that depth of like the big 3, sort of like a Lakers, Clippers thing and LA thing. We also have a big 3 in Luka, LeBron, and A. Reeves, whereby if LeBron doesn't play well, A. Reeves and Luka can carry the load of the scoring, and same to like Clippers. If Kawhi doesn't play well, James Harden and Norman Powell can carry the load. If Kawhi plays well, if Harden plays well, these other 2 guys, even if they struggle, James Harden and like Kawhi can carry that load. But yeah, obviously the gap between LeBron and Luka and Austin Reeves is much closer to the way Norman Powell is to the big 2 of Clippers. But the Clippers are a good team. The third. If Vika Zupac has had his greatest season, he's had his best season this year. He's in the debate for the most improved player, and he may even argue that he's actually Clippers' third best player. Now, I will actually not fault you on that. That is Zubac and not Powell. He's had averaged his highest points ever, his highest rebounds ever, his highest blocks ever this year. So he's really stepped up another level, and he's the only player that they say can actually guard Jokic. So yeah, so that's it. So yeah, the Clippers won up 2-1, and they will look to close out this series and play the potential number 1 seed, which is the OKC, who won today against the Grizzlies. Now, there's not so much to say here because I have a couple of friends from Grizzly fan nation, but the Grizzlies blew a 29-point lead. it all went bad for them today. They were down 2-0 already, and now they're down 3-0. They are now just looking not to get swept now. It's just a matter of no team has ever come back from 3-0 to win the series. And the only 4 teams that have come back from 3-0 down just to be leveled at 3-3, but they lost game 7. So really the statistics are against them. Hell, no team has even come down from 3-1, a 3-1 sort of like deficit. No, not only 4 teams as well have only come from 3-1 to win the series. One of them was the Lakers against Golden State in 2016. So it's also like 3-1 is even a push. Now 3-0 is like an impossible thing, but they're just looking not to get swept because OKC now they've come to Memphis and they're like, okay, well we won game 3, not our best game, but we managed to get back into the game. We fought mentality. They were down 29 points. They went to the second half. During halftime, down 26. Jamorant got injured. He left went 26 points. Though when they were up 26, Jamorant got injured with a pelvic contusion. Is probably out, probably for the series. I mean, the series is only one game away from ending, anyways. But he didn't come back, and he had a great start. He got into rhythm, and basketball is a rhythm sport. So he kind of left the game. So yeah, the Grizzlies, while then the arena was booming, they thought they were good. The atmosphere was amazing. Everything was going well. Scottie Pippen Jr. from Lakers, Pistons. Malik Beasley from Lakers plays well. He's shooting the threes. To 6 man of the year nomination. Here second score in the league in 3-pointers from the Lakers. When he was in the Lakers, absolutely nothing. How many of these Lakers players play so well when they're not in the Lakers? I mean, Dennis Schroeder plays well like in the Pistons. I mean, it happens to us every single time. So even in the Grizzlies, Scottie Pippen Jr. was in the Lakers, did nothing. Now he's in the he's one of the big players, the best players of the Grizzly Nation. So anyways, it happens to the best of us. The lights are very bright in LA, so it's understandable, But yeah, he was amazing today. 28 points. So they looked good the first 2 halves until they went scoreless, until they lost by 18 in the third quarter, and they really couldn't buy a bucket in the fourth quarter. And the last 5 minutes of the game, they didn't scoreless in the last 4 minutes and like 50 seconds, and OKC is for real. They're for real. So, I mean, the opponent is too weak. But when you're 29 points, I mean, obviously 20 points down the NBA, modern NBA 20 points down, you're still like, that's not really a big lead these days anymore. But really, 29 points, you can't even empty your bench, raise the white flag. But they didn't raise the white flag in the third quarter. They came back into the game, chip away, stop points, and they can cut it down to 20, cut it down to 10. Fourth quarter, cut it down to 6. Made some big threes, cut it down to 2, cut it down to 1. Got some challenges on their favor and took the lead. And like I said, the final minutes of Grizzlies, they bottled it because they didn't score the final 5 minutes of the game. So it just went dry. Nothing was going for them. Nothing. And they didn't move around the ball enough. They're trying to do ISOs. They're trying to target Shea because Shea had 5 fouls in clutch time, and they wanted to target him so he can be eliminated, so they cannot get any offensive points. But he wasn't touching anybody, so they were kind of disorganized by that. Just ended up running down the clock every single possession, trying to target Shea, but every single position they were like, it was all about getting the shot off before the 24-second violation. So they weren't good players, not enough movement, not enough. The ISOs really weren't good, jacking up threes, so that's why they went scoreless. And essentially, they didn't really have a great night in the OKC, but they chipped away. Chet was amazing today. Chet was the story of the win today. He was the MVP of tonight's game. He only had 1 point in the first half. Second half, 23 points. So 24 points in the game. You look at the box score, you'll say Chet was amazing. When you get 24 points from Chet, you think you're good, but it was really a second half where he put his damage. He was 5 of 10 from 3. That is 50% from 3. When a big man, a center, 7'2", is making 50% from 3, 5 threes in a game. The modern NBA, Miles Turner can shoot threes, Jared Allen Miles Turner can shoot threes, Evan Mobley can shoot threes, Anthony Davis can shoot threes, Victor Wembanyama 7'4" can shoot threes, Karl Anthony Towns can shoot threes. It's a modern NBA. Bigs nowadays can shoot threes. Everyone is that skilled. Draymond Green can shoot threes, so you really can't leave anybody open. It's just a few big men who really, even if you leave them wide open in the 3-point line. I mean, Al Horford also can shoot threes. Kristaps Porzingis can shoot threes. It's. I mean, it's easier to now pick on the bigs who can shoot threes when they're wide open, like Jared Allen or Kevon Looney. It's really now it's even harder to look at these big men who can't shoot threes when they're wide open. But most of them nowadays they shoot threes. So go to the Pacers. Everybody can shoot threes in the Pacers. Obi Toppin, Pascal Siakam, Miles Turner, all of them can shoot threes. But anyways, yeah. I mean, Chet Holmgren, he made some threes as well from downtown. He was amazing tonight. He won them the game. Shea hasn't really played well the whole series. He really hasn't played well. But that's why everyone is arguing, is he the most valuable player? Because even if Shea doesn't play, they still win the game. Caruso was amazing. Caruso and Chet were the stories of tonight's game. Tonight's comeback win against OKC. Caruso made some big plays. He's one of the best defensive players of all time in terms of perimeter defending. He's the epitome of perimeter guards. He is the epitome. Deflections, steals, contesting shots, lose ball fighting. He's amazing. He's amazing. Helped them defense, offense, and box to box. So it was amazing, and essentially the OKC won. Game 3 again they blew out. They came back from a 29-point deficit. That is the second since the Clippers beat the Warriors in 2019. To come back from a heavy point deficit is the second since 2019. So in 6 years, no one has done that. And in OKC's franchise history, no one has come back from more than 25 points until in OKC history since 1966. That's how far someone has come back to win a game in the playoffs. So give OKC credit. Team with great. We all knew that they were going to beat Grizzlies, but man, we're just asking for Grizzlies to come up with a fight. At least win one game. But when game 1, they're being beaten by 51 points. Game 2, they lost by 20 points. And game 3, you bought a 29-point lead just to lose the game again. It's just a matter of time to get eliminated, and it's just a matter of time that you just want to keep yourself sort of like motivation, not get swept, and that self-respect and self-dignity. But OKC also now, like, they really didn't play well and they still won. Now they're thinking they need to win. They need to win on Saturday because hey, we came to Memphis, steal a game, steal a game, or even, but now they've stolen the game. Now they're actually going to play really, really well on Saturday. So Memphis are now going to fight not to get swept. You don't have that self dignity. Don't lose at home. At least go back to Oklahoma, lose from there, but not disappoint your fans with how the season has ended. Because Memphis, they were like the second seed for a long, long time until like since January they really struggled. They just kept on dropping to fourth seed, fifth seed, seventh seed. So yeah, they won't want to end it in tears, lost being swept at home. So they'll try to preserve that self dignity. But even OKC are going back to Oklahoma after game 4. Hey, they want to go up 4-0 when they've won the series, going back to relax and wait for Clippers or Nuggets, whatever the team will be. It's still NBA, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, OKC are like, okay, might as well win both games and sweep them. Yeah, because they're really, really good. But anyways, that was it for the NBA playoffs today. And I will see you guys tonight again after the Lakers Timberwolves. So it ends at around 12 o'clock my time, midnight. So it does end around my time or 12 o'clock midnight. So I'll be here for sure. Our game 3, we are going to Minnesota. See if we can steal a game or 2. Never know. But anyways, thank you guys again for following us. I am Malcolm again. The game today. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to comment, or ask many questions if you have to. You have my Instagram right there with you. DM me and I'll get back to you. That's it from me, and have a good night. Peace. Okay.